Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. So in this video I'm going to be discussing 3 families from the freestyle world that is Riverview. So for those that are not familiar with Riverview, this world is a free download from the Sims 3 website, and I've had a little look-see, and at the time of recording this video Riverview is still free and available to download. So what I've done, I've left a link to this in the description below for anyone that is interested and hasn't already downloaded it or tried it and wants to check it out. They can give it a download. You just need a Sims 3 account and then you're ready to go. So today I'm going to be talking about 2 new families and 1 returning family, and I found their stories personally interesting or quirky. So what I did, I had a quick read through all the families in Riverview, both returning and the new ones, and I picked out the ones that I found the most interesting, that I thought, you know what, this would be quite good to talk about. So let's get started with the Grisby family. So just before I start, I have had some feedback following my last video. So what I'll do, I'll post this in this video as I'm introducing them. So as I'm saying the names, I'll pop the picture of what they look like, so then you guys can just have a look and see, and hopefully that will help improve it, because I think I was catering more towards people that have played Sims 3 before, but I want to cater to all sorts of people in these videos, so at least you'll know how they look as I introduce them. So the Grisby family are a good-hearted bunch consisting of Walter, Yvette, who are both adults, and their daughter Laurel, who is a teen. The thing that made me want to talk about this family is that there is an emphasis on them being good-hearted and lovely little family, but they are unattractive, and these are the polar opposites to another family I will be discussing, but as I was saying, they are known for their great personalities but unfortunate looks, and this is a worry for Laurel, as it states in their family bio that they worry about someone seeing Laurel's inner beauty. This family are also rich and live in a big house on the upper class side of Riverview. Now, for me personally, I don't think they look that bad. They look that bad. In all fairness, I have made way uglier Sims in the past just to be a dick, as I'm sure a lot of Sims players have done. Just made the most ugly Sims going and just ruined their lives. I did a challenge that was Dilute Ugly challenge. That was a popular challenge, but nonetheless, this has been written into the law. So the creators, I thought, you know what, we've made a really ugly family, let's just make it part of the personality for some reason. But yeah, so that is so I thought that was quite an interesting one. So it's a shorter one, but I thought it would be quite an interesting one. So now we move on to the next family, the Shallow family, who I mentioned are the polar opposites of the Grisby family. So the Shallow family consists of married couple, which are Tom, and we've also got June, and they are both adults. And we've got Tom's father, Kurt, who is an elder, and then last but not least we have the 2 children that are Mary Kay and Dallas, who are both teens at the start of the game. Now this family are all evil, and I mean that literally, they all actually have the evil trait, and there is some plotting going on behind the scenes. So let's start with Kurt, who is the elder in the family. So he dislikes children and is plotting on kicking out his son and the rest of the family. Now that his wife has mysteriously departed and is out the picture, and I have actually looked into what has actually happened to his wife, because it did have an original website, so I had a bit of a look-see for you guys. It's actually quite interesting. I never heard this theory before, I didn't know this was a thing, so this was quite an interesting one to find actually. So the wife in question, her name's Sasha, so it's Sasha Swallow. So at the start of the game, she is deceased and she died by drowning, but there are hints in her and Kurt's bio that state that the drowning may have been foul play. And the clues you ask, well, there is Kurt's lifetime wish, which is to be a gold digger. So for this, the Sim needs to see the ghost of a rich spouse. That's the first clue. The second clue is that there is a wrecked car in the river behind the Shelley household in Riverview, which Simmers believe may belong to Sasha. And then finally, Sasha made Kurt promise that he would not kick out Tom and the family. So I don't know about you guys, but for this true crime fan, Kurt is looking pretty suspicious, and to me, but what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Now, let's go back to the rest of the family. So Tom, the dad, is neurotic and unhappy with his career, as his father forced him into this career and it was never his choice. He's also not happy with the marriage that his mother arranged for him and how his children are growing up. So Tom is not happy bunny either. And then we have his wife Jude. She has commitment issues and is bored of being a mother and is looking for the next best time as a gold digger. And even the kids are messed up in this family. The son Dallas is a flirty kleptomaniac who flirts and steals from everyone in town. And then lastly we have Mary Kay, who is hot-headed and does not get along with anyone. So no one in this family are happy with their situation by the sounds of it. So very much everyone's unhappy. They're just doing it because they feel like they have to. And yeah, not a good story. And then we have this last family, this last person. So last but not least we have the Lothario family, which consists of one member who is Don Lothario, who is a young adult. Now those of you that have played Sims 2 might have heard his name before, and yes, this is thought to be the same Don Lothario from Pleasantview in The Sims 2. So let me explain what happened, or what is thought to have happened. So the Don Lothario that is in the Riverview just woke up there one day with no idea how he got there. All he can remember is a teleporter and several women laughing. Then boom, he's in Riverview. So what does this mean? Well, I will explain. So let me explain what he was like in The Sims 2 just for context. I'm just going to keep it very brief. I'm not going to go too deep into what he's like in Sims 2, just to give context, because I found this quite interesting. So in The Sims 2 he is known to have multiple romances with multiple women, as he is engaged to Cassandra Goth, who is Bella Goth's daughter, which is an interesting point, as Bella Goth was supposedly last seen at the Lothario house with Don Lothario before she disappeared, because a lot of people think that it might have been aliens and there's telescopes on a lot, but that is supposedly Bella's last known whereabouts, and then he's engaged to her daughter Cassandra. But he's also had romances with 3 other women. And then one day there is an incident with a teleporter and women laughing. So could this be connected to him being a player and messing with the wrong women? I personally believe so. I believe that this could be true. As I've said in my previous video, the timeline for the Sims games mean that Sims 2 comes before Sims 3. So the characters of Sims 2, even if they're the same characters as Sims 3, they're always older in Sims 2. But he's the same age in Sims 2 as what he is in Sims 3, so that's the first massive thing to say. Yeah, it could be time travel and a portal, and in both games, and he was a player, so I find it very plausible that he cheated on the wrong women and he got teleported to Riverview as a punishment, because all he can remember is a teleporter, and then he woke up in Riverview and there was women laughing. So to me it does sound plausible that he cheated on the wrong women, messed with the wrong women, however you want to put it. They took revenge by teleporting to Riverview, a land that he's never been to before, in a whole different timeline, and he's having to live in Riverview. So but do you guys agree? What's your guys' theory? I think that this is the same Don Lothario from Pleasantview in Sims 2. That's why I wanted to include him in this video. I thought it was quite an interesting one, because I heard about this one before, and it wasn't, and I did know about him in Sims 2, but not a great deal, because I am more Sims 3. But I thought that this was quite an interesting one, especially with the theory that he got teleported there and it might have been the Sims 2 one. And then when I realised that he's the same age, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, this could actually be plausible. But anyway, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. If you've enjoyed this video, feel free to give it a like and subscribe to my channel. It really helps me out. It's a bit of a short one compared to the last one, but I did only cover the 3 families. And yeah, I hope you all enjoyed. If you have any suggestions for any future videos, let me know. You can let me know on my socials, in comments below, or in my email, which is in my YouTube bio, and I shall see you all in the next one.